Alright everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing a speed test comparison between the Moto Razr Flip 2023 and the Moto G Stylus 5G 2023. Okay, so I know this speed test might seem a little bit crazy, but I got a reason behind why I'm doing it, okay? Now, if you want to buy these phones, retail price, the Moto Razr is double the price of the Moto G Stylus. If you buy it from Motorola unlocked, you're going to pay $500 for this phone here, factory unlocked, and literally half the price for the G Stylus at $250 from Motorola. However, with prepaid carrier, you can get it for like, $10 for the Motorola and like $150, $200, depending on where you buy the Razr from. So quite a bit of difference there in price, even if you buy it, at a carrier or if you buy it from the retail store. But the processors in these phones are pretty similar. You have the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 here in the Moto Razr 2023 and the Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 over here. Now you do have 8 gigabytes of RAM over here in the Razr. You got 6 gigabytes RAM over here in the Stylus, and both have the same storage at 128 gigs. Now you have a 22:9 aspect ratio over here for the display, I do believe it is. 20:9 over here. Both are at full 1080. However, it is Super AMOLED over here on the Moto Razr, and it is an LCD display over here on the Moto. Now looking at both phones here head on, the displays are beautiful on both of these devices. Of course, Super AMOLED, the blacks are darker. When you're watching video, it just looks a lot more crisp, a lot more clear, and it overall looks better, of course. But Motorola done something they've done something right, especially with the 5G version of the G Stylus 2023 model. I mean, this display here looks really good as well for being what it is. I mean, both of them are full 1080, and both of them just look really good. And like I said, the 7 Gen 1 over here, it just flies along. There's no problems. There's no issues. I mean, it just kind of cruises along here with no issues. Kind of the same over here with the Motorola. I mean, it just flies along as well. Really, not much in the way of hiccups. It just kind of flies along right, as well with that, 6 Gen 1 processor. So let's go ahead right now, look at some Geekbench 6 scores, and we'll see how they stack up. Okay, so the tests are in, and as you can see, it's not a landslide. The Moto Razr got a score of 1109 single core and 2997 multi-core, and the G Stylus got a score of 943 single core and 2724 multi-core. So honestly, it's not a landslide here. Between the 6 Gen 1 and the 7 Gen 1, both of these phones here are running on Android version 13. So yeah, let's go on over to 3D Mark and run a test over there. Okay, so for the 3D Mark test, I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do. I normally run a Wildlife Extreme test. However, for these phones with lower processors like a 6 Gen 1, 7 Gen 1, and some of these lower dimensity processors, I'm going to run just a regular Wildlife test because chances are you're not really going to be playing any really graphically intensive games on these phones. I'll be saving those extreme tests for like the 8 Gen processors, okay, and the high-end MediaTek processors. So anyway, let's go ahead and run both of these here, and I'll let these here run out, and I'll come back with the results. Okay, so scores are in, and you can see that with lower to moderate gameplay, you're not going to have any problems with either one of these phones. A 3158 on the Moto Razr with an 18.9 average frame rate, and 2361 score here on the G Stylus with a 14.14 average frame rate. So not bad at all. Go back home here. Let's go over here to our gaming, or to our app open and test here. Make sure all the apps are closed out, and they are. And we'll go ahead and start in with this test, starting now. And that's about even there. Let's go into YouTube. And a little bit faster there on the Razr. Let's go into calculator. That was even. Calendar. A bit faster there on the Stylus, I believe. Clock. Faster on the Razr. Let's go into Amazon shopping. And pretty even there once again. Let's go into eBay. Faster on the Stylus. Let's go into Best Buy. And faster there again on the G Stylus. About quite a bit there. Let's go into Twitter, X. And pretty even there once again. Let's go into Instagram. And that was about even there, I would say. Let's go into Netflix. And faster slightly on the Razr there. Hulu. And the Razr took that one. Let's go into the Play Store. Faster on the Razr. Let's go into Tubi TV. And that was even. Let's go into Dead Trigger. And pretty much dead on even there again. Let's go into Play. And faster to start up there on the G Stylus. A little surprised there. All right, let's go in Temple Run 2. See which one gets there first. It looks like that the G Stylus might get there ahead. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's go back home here. Let's go into a little bit choppy for some reason on the Motorola Razr. For some reason, I've not really been seeing that lately. Let's go into Subway Surfer. And it looks like this is going to be close. That one goes to the Moto Razr. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that the Moto G Stylus, like I said, Motorola really done something right with this G Stylus, especially the 5G version. I mean, it's just it's just a really good phone. So anyway, let's go ahead and check back through RAM management. Again, 8 gigabytes of RAM versus 6 over here. So we'll see what happens here. Open there. Temple Run. No problems. Dead Trigger was open as well. Tubi, Play Store, Hulu, Netflix, Instagram was open. Twitter, Best Buy, eBay, Amazon had to reload. Open there. I was open. Yep. YouTube and the Bible. So not bad. One reload over here. Let's go ahead and check the Motorola. We're good to go there. Temple Run 2. We're good to go there as well. Open there. Let's go into Tubi. We're good. So far, no problems. We'll reload there on Amazon. Everything else so far is looking pretty good. So as you can see it right there, even with the extra RAM and with the 7 Gen 1 versus the 6 Gen 1, both of them had to reload Amazon, and that was it. So I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with both of these phones here. I mean, it just really all kind of boils down to where, do you want a foldable phone? Do you want a Razr that folds, or would you be content saving half the money and going with something like the Moto Razr, or going with the Moto G Stylus 5G 2023? Considerably cheaper here on the G Stylus. Has a stylus built in, of course, but over here you got the cool, flip and everything else. But what do y'all think? I'm surprised. I gotta kind of give it a tie here. Now, it did win in the Geekbench scores and in the 3D Mark scores. And, of course, the screen is Super AMOLED, better looking display. And it has a few other features as well that's going to outdo this phone over here. But as far as performance goes, I believe they're going to be pretty dead on even. So what do y'all think? Let me know down below in the comment section. If self-informative in any way, hit the like button. Any questions that you may have, leave it down below. If you're new around here and not a subscriber, please consider subscribing and push that bell for all post notifications, and I would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.